So now you're ready to develop your own personal brand. You have buy your gears, you have new fancy cameras, and you have subscribed to a lot of AI subscriptions just to create your script. You have asked ChatGPT to revise your script, and now you also have maybe subscribed to Pixels just to create your thumbnail. And what's next? It's time for you to record the videos, isn't it? But whenever you want to record the videos, you find it very hard to do. Why? When I just first started, I understand that feelings. I feel that I need to find a proper place for me to record. But at the end of the day, if you just watch my previous videos, my first video, second, third, and fourth, and forward, you will look at my own setup. I don't have any setup. I just find a parking lot and just record my videos over there. And why I did that? Because if I want to have a proper setup, I want to have a proper gear, then I will delay my input. And when I delay my input, you'll delay my outcome. And when I delay my outcome, you delay the result as well. So I don't want to do that. I just want to make it as quick as possible. Because in YouTube, in social media, when you want to develop your own personal brands, the most important thing is that you need to leverage against quantity. And if you don't have quantity, you just rely on quality. That this might be contradictory with what a lot of people are saying, that you need to produce a top quality content for you to get views, for you to get reach, for you to get new customer. But I tend to disagree with that. It's because YouTube has its own algorithms, Instagram has its own algorithm, and based off what I'm observed from majority of the people outside there that have successful in doing their personal brand is that first they just show up, then they have the volume, they have more than 100 videos. And if you just keep making maybe 20 videos and just asking about yourself, is this really worth your time? Trust me, time is the essence, but your input and your output need to equals to your result. And when you often look into the result without looking to the input itself and the output that you produce, hence you're making a wrong kind of judgments. What I say about this? And this is the reason why a lot of people are creating YouTubes. They want to develop their own personal brand, but before they become even magnetic about it, they tend to quit. Why? Because they see no result from it. They say that I have created 25 videos, but yet nobody's watching. Or maybe probably you get hundreds of watches, and probably somebody will just comment on your videos, but that's it. You don't have any income. There's no leads generated. There's no potential clients that actually connect with you and try to search for your services. Well, that basically hurts your ego, isn't it? And sometimes you might think that is it worth or not your time? And often or not, you will come across that the decision that you made is actually the most decision that will benefit your short-term goals. And when your short-term goal is actually to have a proper business, have a lot of clients, have a lot of customers, have a lot of views on YouTube. And when you didn't get that at the first place, after you put in 25 videos on YouTube, you might want to quit. And this is the reality. Everyone did that. But I don't want you to become like that, because I want you to think of 25 videos is very good. That means that you have put a lot of effort into making 25 videos. And just try to reflect, because sometimes we tend not to reflect on ourselves. We learn about biography of Barack Obama. We learn about how Donald Trump become rich. We learn about how Bill Gates can become one of the most richest person in this entire planet. But often not, we don't reflect to ourselves. Hence, try to reflect on yourself first. Look into your first video compared to your latest video and see what's the result. What's the transformation that you have done to yourself? Is it you become better at speaking to the cameras? Is it become you're more articulated in your delivering your message and ideas to come across to your audience? Is it you become less awkward and feel more comfortable around the cameras? That's actually a benefit to you. And just imagine that if those 25 videos make so much transformational impact to your life, what if you just make 100 videos? Well, you know, when I just say that you need to make 100 videos, most of my friends and colleagues will just laugh. Just, oh my god, what are you saying, Faris? They'll always have this kind of mentality. Because of what? Because you're thinking about the time and effort that you need to pour into making a content. It's actually not beneficial to you in the short term, isn't it? Because you want to have quick result. You want to have a fast goals that can be achieved immediately if you can't. But the reality is that similarly with your 9 to 5 jobs, When you're first starting out on your first day, you know nothing about the job, isn't it? But when you become older and serve longer in the company, you know A to Z what's going to happen, the step that need to be taken. If a furious customer came about you and just throw a lot of negative comments on you, what will you do? You know about it because you have dealt with that kind of customer for a long time. Well, customer is always right, isn't it? That's our rules of thumb. You know about it. But just imagine that if those fierce customers getting more furious and angry and just release them towards you on your first day, you might quit your job, isn't it? So that's the ideology, that's the analogy that you can think of for your content when you want to make your own personal brands. When you're making your own personal brands, you need to have a goal. And I tend to lean toward this because without the goals, you will not have motivations. Trust me. You need to have a goal, and you need to have a short-term goal compared to your long-term goal. And why is that? When people making their own personal brand, I have a friend, they just tell me, Faris, I try to follow all your advice, but it's actually not working, so I think this YouTube is not for me. Then I just ask him around that why you think that and why you want to quit. You have started, but now you want to quit. Why? And then he said to me, I have a lot of things to do. I have sick parents to take care of, and I have kids that I need to bring to school every day, and I need to squeeze my lunchtime just to make content like what you said, and I get no views. This is the reason why people need to have validations. People need to have the motivation. And how come you want to have the motivation if you don't achieve those quick results? So I just tell him, well, bro, you just did that, and just look and reflect. Once you reflect, you will notice that you keep improving. On your first day, you might struggle to just record the videos, but when you do it in a month, it's so obvious that it becomes so natural to you when you want to speak to the cameras. And when you become so natural, it becomes very easy for you to even talk about a lot of things, let alone if you want to talk specifically about business and the thing that you're passionate. And that's why I say to him, if you want to quit, then think about the opportunity that you will lose. But if you want to sustain, just try to simplify your process so it becomes a very fun thing to do instead of chores that you need to do every day. I hope this helps.